Hi, and thanks for watching my video. This is a small video on the FMS Sbach 342, the 1100mm wingspan. Now, I bought one of these and I found that with the standard prop that you comes with it is very inefficient. Get the prop there, what you get. So that's the standard prop. To me, absolutely useless. There's hardly any pitch on that at all, probably 3, maybe 4. So you're losing a hell of a lot of power to get anything from the model. And I found that you're near enough running the model on probably nearly full throttle most of the time to get any aerobatics out of it. So I decided to do some modifications and change the 3-bladed spinner to a 2-bladed spinner. Now the problems I came up with that was that the motor, his motor was too far back, and because of the way the prop adapter's got this adapter on it, it sets into a hexagonal spline, so it sets back, and because the prop has got this thing, it makes it move forward. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the standard spinner like these was set too far back, so I had to bring the whole thing forward. First thing I did on that was to put these small little brass spacers between the engine mount and the actual motor mount. That brings it forward by around about 8mm. They're actually modelling bushes with little lock nuts in them. I took the lock nuts out and just used the bushes. I'll drill them out so they're big enough for the screw, screw them in, and it does actually hold in place, not a problem. Next problem was on this spline there's a hexagonal nut which is part of this spline just in front of this ridge. That meant that I had to make some form of adapter to bring this forward and also to bypass this hexagonal nut. So what I did was use, we can see the prop nut adapter. That's just part of the prop nut on an IC engine. This one's actually from a Western 36, but anyone will do. You're going to have to drill it out to make it the right size, and also the hexagonal and the inside to grind it down with a Dremel to make it small enough to fit on. That now fits on nice and neat. It's nice and tug, not a problem. If I put the cowling back on, you can see from there that is exactly about 2 or 3mm forward from where it's supposed to be. So it should be quite a nice easy fit. The spinner I've got has these multi adapters in the middle for different size splines, these shafts. This one actually fits quite well. It's exactly the right size and it fits on nice, as you can see. If I push it right the way down, as such, you can see it's literally about 3 or 4mm there, which is just about right for what I need. And once the prop adapters props on, that should look pretty well. As far as prop goes, I'm going to go for a 13/8. From working from calculations, 13/8 should be a nice prop to do the job. I'm just waiting for the prop to turn up and then I'll give it some testing. I did do one on another model, an old Warbird. I converted that to a 2 prop and almost doubled the amount of flight time just by doubling it. And again, the model was about the same size as this, and I did put the same size prop on a 13/8. So we'll see how that compares against this horrible nasty 3-bladed thing, which is useless. There's no power from it at all. You really are restricted. You can't really go much more than a 3. You can put a 4 cell in there. I'm trying to keep with the 3 if I can, only to sort CG out. If you start messing around with 4 cell CG, starts going all over the place. So we'll see how it goes, and what I'll do another video later on explaining how it went, if I had to change the props, so on, blah de blah de blah. The nut on here incidentally is actually part of the nut inside there, so that was another problem I found. But I did find some black nuts, i.e. these ones, which if I show you, actually fit on there perfectly. So I've got 2 of these. I've got 2 of these nuts, so I'll counter lock them. With the prop being thick, it's about there, I should just about be okay. And the top does go on fine, no problem. So all in all, works out quite well. It's been a bit of figuring out how to do it. There's nothing on the internet on conversion to a 2-bladed prop. People have done it, but no one said how they done it. So I thought, just to make life a bit easier, I'll do my own video. So there you go. That's the FMS Sbach 342 1100mm wingspan, 2-bladed prop conversion.